Welcome to Borthakur IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC and APSC preparations. From today, we will be starting the newspaper analysis of the Assam Tribune. As we all know, newspaper plays a very significant role in our civil service journey. It helps us not just for our prelims and mains, but it also plays a significant role in our interview. Apart from civil service exams, it is also going to be helpful for all the other government sector exams. Ajir pra ami Assam Tribune newspaper khonor analysis start korim and aru protektu newsore kenukwa dhoroner importance ase aru kun kekhon paper or pra GS1, GS2, GS3 eneke arambho kori kun kekhon paper or karone kenukwa dhoroner proshno ahibo pare hebilako ami discuss korim hebilako ami sam tar logote kisuman prelims based questions thakibo kisman mains based questions thakibo ei gutekhini ami analyze korim aru yar logote jikhini onno government sector jobs ase hey jobs khinir karneo keneke newspaper khon porhile amar karone subidha jonok hobo he keneke ami tar pora maximum benefit pabo paru hetu ami yar pora discuss korim. Before starting, I would like to emphasize on one point that of all the newspapers that we read, Assam Tribune hok ba onno kono newspaper e nohok kyo protekkhon newspaper e je protektu khobore amar karone dorkari hobo aru hetue exam level or exam point of view karone dorkari hobo tenikwa nohoy newspaper analysis ami okol exam point of view pra jiketa important khobor hoy aru tar hey keta newsor pra keniko dhoroner questions ahibo pare hetu ami discuss korim. In the mean as we proceed in this particular journey ami questions bilako dibole chesta korim keniko dhoroner questions apunalokor karone dorkari hobo kisuman MCQ type or questions dibole ami chesta korim kisuman mains level or questions ami dibole chesta korim. So ahok ami eta arambho koru. And also do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because from there you will get regular updates of Assam Tribune newspaper analysis on a daily basis, and we have also here provided the link of the e-paper, and from there you can download the paper and let's get started. Prothom khobor tu amar hoise yate first front page ot ami dekhibole paisu gutekhini election or khobor and etia already date amar finalize hoi goise tinta phase ot hobo hetu discuss hoi goise hetu already decide hoi goise and ultimately go pele May 2 tarikhe results ahibo hekhini ami janu. So front page or jikhini news ase hekhini olop besi dhorok party specific hoy hekhini iman besi dorkari nohoy amar protektu exam or karone, but when it comes to election, we should know certain things, we should brush up certain things, and that will include the election commission. Okay, the election commission ki hoy election commissioner chief election commissioner kun hoy hetu ami jonato dorkari. Sunil Arora is the chief election commissioner of India, and amar Assam assembly keita kiman member hoy state jitu legislative assembly kiman members number of members kiman ase hetu jonato dorkari. It is 126. And ebarar jitu Assam Legislative Assembly hoy hetu for the year 2021 ot karne jitu Chief Election Commission announce korise schedule to hetu kora hoisile 26th of February. Tate decide kora hoisile je it will be conducted in 3 phases. First phase to hobo March 27th ot, followed by 1st of April, and then the last stage will be conducted on 6th of April. Chief Election Commissioner aru eta mon koribologia kotha ebar etue koise je because of the pandemic COVID-19 pandemic ami ebar teloke ebar eta extra hour dia hoise to conduct the elections. Voting will be carried on for an extra hour in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. So eketa bostu olopman elections or bikhoye jetia ami amar jetia monole ahe tetia eketa bostu jonato olop dorkari hoy. Chief Election Commissioner kun hoy ebar amar Assam jitu legislative assembly elections hoy hetur maximum members kiman hoise 126 tar logote tinta phase ot conduct kora hobo aru COVID-19 pandemic or karone 1 ghonta eta extra ami loisu. Okay, so the next news is about a virtual summit between India and Sweden. Sweden is a country of North Europe, and our Prime Minister of India and Swedish Prime Minister Stefan Löfven are going to participate in a virtual summit where they will discuss on various regional and global issues, and it will also include the strengthening of cooperation in the post-COVID era. How they will strengthen up their bonds and how they are going to react and act accordingly will be discussed in this particular summit. And eta kotha mon koribologia je Swedenor amar logot agor porai relations khub friendly hoy, warm hoy, and we have established formal diplomatic relations since 1949, just after our independence. আমি তেওঁলোকৰ লগত formally যেটো diplomatic relation হয় হেতু establish কৰিছিলো, and Indiaৰ embassy Stockholmত আছে, whereas Swedenৰ embassy ইয়াতে New Delhi আছে, and both the countries India and Sweden, they are signatory of the Antarctic Treaty to আপোনালোকে অলপমান brush up কৰি লব. And Sweden is also one of the 8 member states of the Arctic Council, and India, whereas, is at the observer status of the Arctic Council. So our relations agor porai friendly hoy, warm hoy, and we have always shared views of in terms of democracy, freedom, pluralism, and this was released in a statement which was released by the Ministry of External Affairs. Next news is the important news from the editorial page, and the topic is RCEP versus Act East policy. India withdraw korisile RCEP পৰা regional comprehensive economic partnership যেটো হয় তাৰ পৰা India withdraw korisile in the year 2019 because of certain inadequate safeguards and lowering of custom duties which might have an adverse impact on its manufacturing, agriculture and dairy sector. ঠিক আছে, and RCEP, it is a free trade agreement, and ইয়াৰ member হৈছে 15 খন countries ইয়াৰে member হয়, তাৰ ভিতৰত 10 খন ASEAN countries হয়, যাৰ নাম ইয়াতে দিয়াই আছে: Cambodia, Indonesia, Brunei, Laos, Malaysia, Vietnam, Philippines, Myanmar, Singapore, Thailand, আৰু তাৰ লগতে 5 খন partner countries: China, South Korea, Australia, Japan and New Zealand. এই 15 the countries mili pelai RCEP existence at ahisile. India was a part of it, but it pulled out its partnership in the year 2019 in November. ঠিক আছে, and then Chinese angle eta asile India mane strict hoy goise nijor trade loi pelai China logot, and because of that also hetur karne India withdraw korar there was one such reason because of which India had withdrawn. Yar pisot ami sam importance of RCEP for India. RCEP prothomote jitu heri asile prothom jitu important part asile etu hoisile je teoloke Indiaৰ jitu Act East policy hoy to boost korar kotha asile. RCEP was believed that it will provide a boost to the India's Act East policy, and it will influence the economic stature of India among the other South Asian countries. Okay, India's trade percentage of its total trade increased. Yata importance keta dia ase RCEP will provide a boost to India's Act East policy and will influence the economic stature of India. Then India's trade with the RCEP group of countries as a percentage of its total trade has increased over the past decade. The greater economic integration with countries of Southeast Asia and East Asia achieved through RCEP, India will have access to vast regional markets of the countries, and it will also help its economy to grow. Jetia market size to dangor hoy tetia amar economy grow hobole helpful hoy. So ei enikwa dhoroner jikhini points ase hetur karone RCEP amar yare economists bilake etue bhabisile je RCEP is going to be a positive step, but jetia ya withdraw korilole etia বহুত মানুহৰ এনেকুৱা লাগিছে that this is going to hamper our economy, and this is also going to have a negative impact on our Act East policy. Next যেটো নিউজ হয় হেতুৰ actually এটা তাৰ লগত related news এটা হে আমাৰ science and tech prelims point of view pra important হয়. ইয়াৰ যেটো heading দিয়া আছে ISRO eyes new opportunities with Italy. Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO) will it held a bilateral meeting with the ASI, that is Italian Space Agency. Okay, so on a virtual mode, and they, as a part of the strategy to strengthen the international partnership, right? So A2 হেৰি কৰিবৰ কাৰণে এইটো নিউজ হেতুৰ ওপৰত দিয়া হৈছে, বাট ইয়াৰ লগতে এটা ৰিলেটেড নিউজ এইটো যে ইণ্ডিয়ান স্পেচ ৰিচাৰ্চ অৰ্গেনাইজেশ্যনে লঞ্চ কৰিছিলে এটা ব্ৰাজিল ছেটেলাইটক, এণ্ড দ্য নেম অফ দ্যাট ছেটেলাইট ৱাজ Amazonia 1, and it was launched from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, and ISRO Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle যেটো PSLV বুলি কোৱা হয়, that carried Amazonia 1 with along with 18 smaller satellites. So yate apunaloke mon koribologe kotha to hoise Brazilor kuntu satellite India ISRO launch korisile, hetu hoise Amazonia 1, and it was launched from Sriharikota Satish Dhawan Space Center pora launch kora hoisile, and it was the launching vehicle was PSLV. Okay, it was carried by PSLV, and full form of PSLV is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, right? Next news to hoise East West Industrial Corridor Highway যেটো connect koribo Arunachal Pradesh, highway from Arunachal Pradesh to Assam. Okay, it is a proposed highway. Bhairabkunda Ohomor tarpora Arunachal Pradeshor Raksin East Siang District, Raksin in the East Siang District of Arunachal Pradesh. It is one of the 3 major highways spanning the whole state, and also it is going to help us enhance the Look East connectivity. Tar logote Look East jitu act hoy hetur jitu follow up hoise hetu hoise apunar Act East policy. So international relationer pinor pora important hoy, plus Ohomor jitu neighboring states or logot related highway hoy hetu pinor pora Ohomor connectivity pinor pora etu important. Assam specific jikhon paper hoy APSC hetu pinor pora important. So apuna kun kita jaga link hoy ase Bhairabkunda in Assam. Bhairabkunda is at the tri-junction of Bhutan, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, that's why it is important. Geostrategically it is important. Arunachal Pradesh Raksin jaga dukhor East Siang District Raksin jaga dukhor etu connect hoi thakibo, and it is also forming a part of the proposed BCIM economic corridor, Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar economic corridor etu part eta form hobo goi pele. So the next and last news is India asks OPEC plus countries to fulfill promise of stable oil price. The oil prices, as we all know, they are rising day by day, and it is creating a lot of problem for each one of us, and that's why India has asked all the OPEC countries. OPEC full form to hoise Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. ठीक है, OPEC plus countries are those countries which exports the crude oil, and they are non-OPEC countries. They are not member of Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, and they export crude oil. Okay, so that's why these are termed as the OPEC plus countries. Our OPEC plus countries keta hoise Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Brunei, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Mexico, Oman, Russia, South Sudan and Sudan. So yate India has asked them to fix the oil prices, to bring a stability to the everyday rise in the oil prices. Okay, so hetu yate discuss kora hoise. It is important, like OPEC, actually OPEC plus a statement to kyo India asks OPEC plus to fulfill promise of stable oil price. Etut kyo apnaloke jana to dorkari what are OPEC and OPEC plus nations. OPEC plus nations keta yate apnalokok highlight kori dia hoise, yate mention kora hoise. OPEC jitu hoy, it is the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, and 13 member countries hoy. 13 ta member ase a organization to, and yat etu apunar it was founded in 14th of September 1960 in Baghdad. Okay, and by the 1st when it was first founded, there were 5 member countries. They were Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow with another session of the newspaper analysis of the Assam Tribune. Till then, keep learning and keep educating yourself. Please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.